You guys, it's day 5. At least I think it's day 5. It is day 5, and we are so excited to continue this with you. I'm so excited to introduce our topic leader today, Lacey. And here's why, you guys. She is a social butterfly. That is a part of her personality. And she's going to teach us her tips and tricks for social media. You guys know it's important. And I think you're going to learn from her. It's important not just for marketing our business, but marketing our lives. And she's great at it. One thing I love about following her on social media is it's not just about her life and her business, but it's also about sharing Jesus. She shares devotionals, and people follow her on there just to see that. And so I just cannot wait to learn from you about how to incorporate our holidays into our social media lives and what that looks like for us, including those big extra special days like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So she's going to share. You're going to learn a lot. She's brilliant at this. Yay, Lacey!
Well, happy Thanksgiving, girls. Happy Thanksgiving. We are approaching Thanksgiving, and in strategic fashion, I want you to hold on to that word, because just like you've learned with regards to the timing and the layering of communication for open houses and all the other fun ideas of strategy you learned from Deanne on finding out when payday was and everything, as it applies to social media. Remember the keywords of strategy and layering, okay? Strategy means that you are strategically timing and layering in communication. Social media is a layer. It is not the end all. The phone, live voice, or eyeball, heart to heart, that's what sets our Mary Kay culture apart. Social media is a layer. It is an invitational layer, but it is not the end all. And as it applies to looking ahead to those key holiday timing, email, texting, Facebook, Instagram, but most importantly, the phone. Those are all the ways that you're going to communicate. Now, isn't that kind of a familiar message throughout the year? You start with a phone call, or you talk to someone face to face, and then you layer with all those other forms of communication: email, text, Facebook, Instagram, etc., etc. So there are 3 different days that occur in November as we're approaching the holiday season. And as we work through these next couple weeks approaching those 3 days, that's where the timing, the layering, and the strategy comes in. First is Pink Friday, not Black Friday. All those poor people fighting the crowds at the malls, that's Black Friday. In our world, it's Pink Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. The following day after Pink Friday is Small Business Saturday. And then skip Sunday for Jesus. And then on Monday, it's Pink Monday, the biggest online selling day of the entire year. So, what is the first tool that you are going to need in order to approach all of these days? Your personal website. If you don't have your personal website, stop, take a deep breath, and remember the world that you live in today. We live in an online shopping world. We live in the link that will sell all things pink world. So, personal website. If you're a brand new consultant, that's only $25 for the whole year. A seasoned consultant, it's $50. And girls, I did used to work for a corporation, like I taught in my corporate gift giving class, and I can't even begin to tell you the thousands upon thousands of dollars that were spent on those corporate websites. How amazing. Mary Kay Corporate provides us first class, fabulous image of ease of getting around, online shopping, tools of communication through our personal websites. And what complements that personal website that I utilize a lot, that I use on all these layers of communication through social media, is also the e-catalog that is free in your app store on your smartphone. So side note, anytime somebody says, do you have a catalog? make sure you just have them get their smartphone out and give them their catalog right on their phone, and they're always hooked into pink. So personal website. Second tool, social media, is your private Facebook group and your business page. Okay, those are two separate things on Facebook. The business page can be linked to your Mary Kay In Touch, and they do something called the social media, I just lost it. But anyways, the what? Oops.
Publisher.
Publish, that big pink word, P. Okay, social media publisher, where they publish company approved, first class, fabulous, professional posts straight to your page at least 3 times a week. So there is no reason why you wouldn't want something that's so effortless. Create your page, copy and paste your directors. I mean, copy your way to the top, okay? Because you're copying the right cats. So link that to social media publisher, let them post for you, then you post on there. But your private page is probably an even greater tool when it comes to social media. Why? Here's why. Because that's what sets us apart. And in there is where people know they're doing business with you, just like walking into your beauty boutique. They know they are in your group. They are seeing your pictures. They are seeing your celebrations. They are seeing what you have for offer. And in there is where a lot more interaction takes place. Your business page is kind of like your billboard, but your private page is where the action really happens. So that private page is where you're safe. Like, just roll with me on this one. I finally embraced the private page this last year. So I only operated from a Facebook business page for a long time. And then I had a consultant that I recruited, and I watched her sell thousands in her very first 2 weeks of Mary Kay based on the videos that she was making in her private Facebook group. And I thought, why am I not doing this? So private page is where it's at. The third tool is in strategic timing and layering of communication. You are going to be promoting your social media event. Okay? Reba addressed that there's a couple times a year that she puts things on sale. And this is a Mary Kay culture thing. Mary Kay Ash herself said, please don't ever discount my product. It is so fairly priced, and it is the best product out there. That sends a devaluing message to the consumer. Rather than devaluing our already first-class gift, fairly priced, you must add value by, here is what you can purchase, and here is all the free gifts that come with it when you purchase this at full price. So I use the word event because anything that you're doing is an event, not a sale. Okay? That's just, I'm kind of hardcore on that. And so as you approach Pink Friday or Small Business Saturday or Pink Monday, depending on which 1, 2, or 3 you're participating in, there's strategy in that. If you're doing all 3, here is where that's almost too much. You need to pick which stirs your soul again. What's your hot button? Is it that you understand the value of Pink Friday and what you can provide, because you're going to let them shop from their seat, not on their feet, not fight the crowds at the malls on Black Friday? Okay, that might be it. If it's Pink Monday and you're an online shopping girl and you know your circle of influence is like extreme online, I mean, I always tell everybody I am the Amazon Prime mom, not the Pinterest mom. So online shopping is sometimes where it's at. So if you are driven that way and your circle of influence is driven that way, then maybe that's what you really want to put your focus on. Sandwiched in the middle of there, I feel like is not as much of a selling event with Small Business Saturday as it is a gratitude event. When you take Small Business Saturday and you use a picture of your family combined with your products, like our family did charcoal masking together. Let's say you took you posted a picture of you and your family charcoal masking together, and you wrote up a little synopsis about how grateful you are to everyone that supports your small family business throughout the year. That is what sends a message of impact. That's where people see that their product is serving a greater purpose. When you can articulate specific things to your family. In our family, I'm able to articulate everything that you do impacts things that go on in our home as it pertains to the bills that we pay when it comes to medical, or when it comes to homeschool, or when it comes to our livestock, or whatever. When you can personally display that message of the impact people are making when they decide to shop with you from a position of gratitude, I feel like that's what we should truly do with Small Business Saturday, and leave the selling events for Pink Friday and Pink Monday. That's my personal opinion, but I just really feel like that's kind of the way to go. So as you're being strategic with those, here's some ways to, kind of like Reba said with the open house, that you are starting to promote a couple weeks out. I am going to have a fabulous Pink Friday event in my private Facebook group, or at my home and my private Facebook group. Whatever you want that to look like, that you are layering that invite, and you're doing it, in social media land. If it happened this morning, that already feels like 5 days away. But once again, a couple weeks out is starting to layer it, a weekend. You see where I'm going with that. Then as you're layering Pink Friday or Pink Monday or whatever that looks like, here's some ideas. These are a few of my favorite things. Okay, so probably should have found a different key. But anyway, these are a few of my favorite things. You could start posting different items, you wearing them, or you holding them, or somebody in your family wearing them, whatever, and give a little feature on a few of your favorite things leading up to that event to start capturing people's attention. That's a fun idea. That is really a mirror idea to sometimes we do things called the 12 Days of Christmas with product features. The 12 days of Christmas, the first 12 days of Christmas, you can do December 1st through 12th, or the 12 days leading into Christmas, just playing off of that song too. So playing off of these are a few of my favorite things. I would utilize something like that to really start to capture the attention of your followers. The other tool is utilizing the fabulous e-cards Mary Kay Corporate provides us as the layer of email. Okay, just reminding you, sometimes we forget, like, those are there and already ready. They've got great, a beautiful Christmas one. So here's the logistics of what those days look like, based on my experience. Can you hand me that piece of paper on the floor there, please, honey? Everybody that orders in my world goes into a drawing for a 2018 gift certificate. So whichever day or whatever combination of days, whatever, in social media land, everybody that orders goes into a drawing for a gift certificate to be redeemed in 2018. Okay? So here is an example of Pink Friday. Before we get into times and discounts and everything, must you be reminded that the value and the convenience of what you offer sets us apart once again. 100% guaranteed. Free shipping, free wrapping, anything that you can do to give the personal touch and customize the experience for them. If they say, oh, I really want that, but I could really use this too, You are there with a servant's heart, ready to customize anything. And when you boldly proclaim that message from the mountaintops in any and everything you do, people understand that they're always going to get the personal touch, because that's what it means to have a beauty consultant, even in the holidays. So they get to shop from their seat, not on their feet. There's no crowds at the mall. And if you are doing Pink Friday, here's an example of one that I've done quite often. You can tailor it to make it look however you want. But I love that if you're going to do a discount, that this is the only day I do a discount, okay, is Pink Friday. If I were going to do it between these days. From 12 a.m. to 8 a.m., if they shop on your personal website, or they post an order in your private Facebook group, or they text you, do not call you between midnight and 8 a.m. If they do any of those forms of communication, they get 30% off between 12 a.m. and 8 a.m. Between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., that's only a 2-hour window, they're getting 25% off. And between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m., they're getting a 20% off. Now, obviously, there's strategy in that. And for any of those hardcore Black Friday shoppers, it starts at midnight, right, when Thanksgiving's over. So you are sending that same message that people are used to listening to, and they know they're going to get a 30% discount. You have been pre-inviting them to this event, letting them know, hey, there's going to be immediate dazzle at midnight, so don't head out to the malls before checking my website, or something like that. So that is an example. When it comes to Pink Monday, online shopping, okay? And back to the original thing that I said. Here are some examples of what I've done on Pink Monday. When you buy a repair set, you get a free Skinvigorate brush. Or when you buy a repair set, you get a free Skinvigorate brush and a travel roll-up bag. I mean, the more that you're willing to give, it will come back to you tenfold, I promise. Or using the Skinvigorate brush as an example, when you buy the Skinvigorate brush, you get a cleanser half off, cleanser of your choice, any of our cleansers. So you're pairing and you're showing like added value. And once again, you figure out what's best for you to give away. Don't give away the ranch, but anything you can do to add value. It's the same thing that other brand XYZs out there do. The whole gift with purchase that we typically do, that you're kind of sweetening the pot on this day, which is encouraging them to shop online with you. And lastly, I want to say that no matter what, I shared this in the corporate gift giving. This applies to social media. This applies to anything that I ever do. Always, always, in every order you ship, include a handwritten thank you note. I'm huge on that. Handwritten thank you note. And I always include a line that says, thank you for supporting my family's small business. What you are purchasing truly matters to our home. So back to that point of gratitude. But always include a business card, a thank you note, a catalog, and then at the holiday time, a New Year, New You makeover appointment as a complimentary gift. So you can promote this to everybody that's going to participate in these days with you. You're getting an additional complimentary surprise gift from me. You don't need to tell them what it is. And it's the gift certificate that says you're getting a New Year, New You makeover appointment with up to 10 friends to be redeemed by January 31st in the new year. So that is creating the expiration date. That is creating the sense of urgency. That is up to 10 friends. She's seeing the fun when the holidays are over and everybody's sad and, the dazzle's gone. Everybody needs a refreshing, and they want the party to continue. I feel like there was one other thing. Oh, just back to the importance of social media and the layering and what Reba said in the beginning. It is a layering. It is not the end all. And Mary Kay is set apart because we are not social media driven. We are heart to heart, toe to toe, eyeball to eyeball. We are forever and ever, for nearly 54 years and the next 54 years, relationship based. Women want your service. They want customer service. They want to be checked on, the checkup from the neck up. They want to know that their needs matter and that you're willing to help them. They don't want an auto ship. They don't want to spend more money and it show up on their door and it's not product that they need. They don't want to not have a guarantee. So don't, this is big, girls. Do not be intimidated by what you see on social media from all these other companies. It is fleeting. Mary Kay is timeless. Our culture is set apart, and it was so much easier for me to work my business 14 years ago than it is today. Those distractions weren't there. The comparison wasn't there. I spurted my own lane, and people said, "What are you doing and how are you doing it?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just applying agriculture work ethic. Well, the enemy uses social media as greatly as Jesus can use social media. So because it's all out there, you've got to filter your own head and heart. You've got to filter your own computer, and you've got to remember that we are set apart. You've got to make an impact. You've got to share your life and all the other layers so that people in positive, share your life in positive. And always think, what would Jesus say or put on here? What would Mary Kay say or put on here as your filter before you put it on there? But I promise you, the more that you post positive pictures or positive quotes and people begin to follow that, the more they'll be attracted to your Mary Kay. If you do what everybody else does, as I had somebody tell me this week, is the 100% turnoff, because she feels like everything that she sees in her newsfeed is this product, this product, this product, this product. And she said that is what makes me so grateful for Mary Kay, is that is not there. So our legal department sets up the boundaries on us simply because they care and because they're helping us remain set apart. So social media is an empowering tool if you utilize it the right way and you use it as an attraction tool, certainly not a comparison tool.
Wow. Amen, 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 amen. Lacey, that was so good. So good. Thank you for those reminders of how Mary Kay sets apart and what makes us different, and that we really have to block out the noise of what's going on out there, and we can use these tools to help our business. But thank you for the warning of watch out for how it can hurt us too. Just thank you for those reminders. My favorite thing you shared today was that Small Business Saturday you consider a gratitude event. Favorite thing. That was beautiful. So I love it. So many great tips. Cannot wait to put these in practice. Danielle, DN, any additional tips? Flag me down. Lacey, great job.
I have one more thing, and this is just thinking ahead in the future. There's no fact behind this, but the messenger of this anticipatory leadership has a lot of validity to what he's saying. Our pastor, Pastor Craig Groeschel, taught a leadership conference that I went to last week with one of the top women in all of Mary Kay, National Sales Director Stacey James, and she amened what he said based on social media. When I said our business was easier to work 14 years ago, I mean it, because there was only one way to work, and that was face-to-face booking, coaching, selling, and sharing. And there was no social media at that point. He said, because our children, so like my kids' age and younger, that this next generation, he feels like is going to reject social media because he has seen the breakdown, how all connected we are, but the most disconnected we've ever been. If you, they've done interviews of everybody saying on average, how many friends do you truly have? They may have an average of 300 friends on Facebook, but they can barely name one or two genuine friends that they could count on in a moment's notice. And so that is so very different than the way I was raised and my parents' grandparents. And he said, so as you're noticing the trends of social media, this next generation is wanting to get to the smaller, quicker things, and the open layers of our life are beginning to die out. And he believes that like our children's generation is maybe just going to do Twitter eventually because they want the peace and the privacy again, the way that my generation and older were raised. So keep that in mind, because I want you to embrace this social media education for what it is. I want you to utilize it as a positive, influential tool. But I want you to also remember that that is another reason why Stacey James said amen when he said that. And she said that is why when all these other companies come and go, Mary Kay has already stood the test of time and will continue to, because we are relationship based, not numbers and speed and whatever is the latest, greatest thing. We were taught how to work this business when Mary Kay was alive, and what she taught then still works today. So just keep that in mind, because that's the heart of what I always want to remind everybody is our culture is set apart.
Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. So good. Okay, Danielle, you're up with this voucher, girl. This is so good today.
Wow, that was really great. Really great. Thank you. Okay, so surprise! Watch day 5 of the video and send a Voxer to your director with your thoughts on this. Mandatory 5,000 points. You have a personal website set up. Your director can find this info on InTouch. You have that personal website set up, you get 5,000 points. You have a Facebook business page that is set up following the company's social media guidelines, or you have a group for your customers customers set to secret. Invite your director to like your page or to your group, 5,000 points. Plan a social media event for some time during the holidays. Vox your director with your plan, 5,000 points. Post a picture of your favorite holiday gifting set on one of your social media accounts, 5,000 points. And last but not least, make a list of things you are thankful for and post to one of your social media accounts, 5,000 points. That was really awesome. Thank you, Lacey Dale. That was wonderful. I'm very blessed to be with all you gals. Thank you so much.